There's a lie you've been told your entire life, quietly, subtly, almost invisibly. Some people are just born smarter. It's a sentence spoken by those who never escape their own potential. A myth repeated by people who treat intelligence like destiny instead of architecture. A comforting fantasy whispered by those who believe brilliance is a lottery that they simply didn't win. But the truth is far less comforting and far more empowering. The smartest people in the world aren't running on better DNA. They're running on better mental software. They didn't inherit brilliance. They installed it, piece by piece, through intention, through pain, through ruthless self-awareness. Not talent, but hacks. And today, I'm going to show you these aren't motivational quotes. These aren't feel-good affirmations. These are cognitive weapons used by strategists, polymaths, and outliers who think faster, see deeper, and operate at levels most people never reach. By the time you finish this video, you will understand one thing. You were never operating at your full potential. You were operating at your default settings. Smart people don't just look for solutions. They look for the hidden failure points long before anyone else even senses danger. Most people ask, how do I fix this? How do I make this work? But the intelligent minority asks something far more uncomfortable. If I wanted to completely destroy this, how would I do it? It sounds twisted, almost evil, but it works for one simple reason. It exposes blind spots instantly. Reverse logic thinking reveals the weaknesses in your plan before reality does. It turns your mind into an early warning system. It forces your brain to map out consequences instead of fantasies. Normal people try to solve problems. Geniuses prevent them. They eliminate failures before they exist. You don't look smart because you have better ideas. You look smart because you avoid stupid ones. This is the first hack. But here's the deeper truth. Reverse logic trains your brain to think in systems. It rewires your pattern recognition instincts, so instead of reacting to problems, you anticipate them like a chess grandmaster. You begin to see the chain reaction behind every action, and that instinct alone separates amateurs from strategists. Hesitation is the death of intelligence, not the lack of knowledge hesitation, because hesitation opens the door for fear. Fear opens the door for doubt, and doubt kills execution long before reality does. The human brain is a master negotiator. Give it even a second, and it will talk you out of the very thing designed to help you grow. So smart thinkers override this with a simple rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, act. No hesitation, no bargaining with fear, no self-sabotage disguised as thinking it through. This hack works because the countdown interrupts your limbic system, the emotional brain, and hands control back to your prefrontal cortex, the strategic brain. People who act fast appear confident. People who appear confident are treated with respect. And people who command respect gain access to rooms others never even see. Speed is a language of power. And here's the hidden layer. Speed also creates psychological momentum. Once you train yourself to move first, to act before your fear catches up, you become the kind of person whose progress compounds. The world rewards those who move while others hesitate. Walk into a room. Most people instantly talk, explain, validate, defend, overshare. The genius? They pause. 10 seconds of silence. 10 seconds of scanning micro-expressions, posture, ego tension, social patterns. In those 10 seconds, you see everything. Who's insecure? Who's trying too hard? Who's threatened? Who's pretending? Who's silently competing with everyone else? People who talk first reveal themselves. People who observe first gain the intel. And information is the currency of intelligence. You don't become the smartest person in the room by speaking. You become it by noticing what no one else sees. The Sherlock Pause is not silence, it's surveillance. And with enough practice, this becomes second nature. You begin reading motives instead of words, tension instead of tone, patterns instead of personalities. When you're stuck, your brain defaults to its limitations. It replays past failures. It protects you with fear. It guides you with insecurity. So smart people bypass their emotional identity entirely. They mentally swap brains, not literally, but cognitively. They ask, what would a genius do here? What would someone 10x smarter attempt? How would an expert solve this exact problem? This detach from self mechanism forces you into strategic decision-making. You stop thinking like the person who's overwhelmed. You start thinking like the version of you that already solved it. You bypass your limits. You borrow brilliance. You access a higher operating system. This is how normal minds tap into elite-level insight. And here's the deeper layer. Your brain cannot tell the difference between real identity and imagined identity. The moment you step into a higher mental frame, your cognitive output rises to match it. You become what you imitate. Emotion makes people impulsive. Impulsiveness makes people stupid. Most mistakes aren't made from lack of intelligence. They're made from lack of emotional regulation. The smartest minds use a simple counterattack. Before you respond, reply, or choose, you pause for 10 seconds. This moment of silence does three things. It interrupts your emotional reaction. It gives logic time to load. It makes you unpredictable. And unpredictability is a form of power. People expect instant answers. When you don't give one, they reinterpret their own position. They question themselves. They adjust their behavior. You gain the upper hand. Intelligence isn't speed, it's control. And there's a hidden bonus. That small pause also reduces future regret. It creates a buffer between your triggers and your actions, turning you into someone who responds strategically rather than emotionally. Average people spend years trying to figure things out alone. Smart people don't. They compress decades into days by studying. Books written by top performers. Interviews from world-class thinkers. Biographies of those who already solved the puzzle. Mentors who bled through the same mistakes years ago. Why learn through failure when someone already failed for you? Why make mistakes when someone already made them first? Borrowed intelligence isn't cheating. It's efficient evolution. This is how you collapse your learning curve. This is how you skip years of wandering in circles. You don't have to be the smartest. You only need to know how the smartest think. And if you truly understand this, you realize something profound. Every great mind in history becomes part of your mental army. You inherit centuries of intelligence with a single choice. Study smarter, not harder. The world rewards originality, but mastery rewards refinement. Smart thinkers don't obsess with reinventing the wheel. They take something that already works and make it 10% better. History's greatest innovations weren't inventions. They were improvements, better angles, better combinations, better systems, better methods. Intelligence is not the ability to create something new. It's the ability to see hidden potential in what already exists. A genius is simply someone who notices the piece everyone else overlooked. The world sees an object. They see a version too, and that's the paradox. Improvement feels small, but compounded over time and it becomes unstoppable. Greatness is rarely born, it is iterated. Most people forget 90% of what they learn within 24 hours. Not because they're stupid, but because the brain deletes what it considers unimportant. Smart people hack this mechanism immediately after learning something. A conversation, a lecture, a book, a realization. They take 30 seconds to replay the key details. This creates a memory snapshot. Your brain flags it as relevant. It stores it deeper. It retrieves it faster. You become the person who remembers everything. Names, facts, systems, patterns. People start believing you have a photographic memory. The truth is much simpler. You installed a hack they never knew existed. And here's the deeper layer. Snapshots also create a mental web. Ideas link faster. Insights merge easier. And creativity rises because your brain now has immediate access to information instead of searching for it. Not all knowledge is equal. Most of it is noise. Only a small percentage actually changes your life. Smart thinkers identify the 20% that produces 80% of the results. They ask, which books gave me the biggest breakthroughs? Which skills produced the biggest advantage? Which habits sharpened my mind the most? Which people expanded my thinking the fastest? Then they cut everything else. Intelligence isn't the accumulation of information. It's the elimination of irrelevance. Focus isn't self-discipline. Focus is subtraction. The fewer distractions you have, the sharper your thinking becomes. And that's the secret behind clarity.